So, Arthur Goldstack, let me start with you first of all, if we can. Online marketing, it's really just about having a good website, isn't it?
Online marketing is about what works for you. I was just having a conversation over breakfast where I was asked almost that exact same question. And my answer is that one shouldn't evangelize online marketing. It should be a case of what works for your business. What's the business case for online marketing? If you don't have a business case for it, then you shouldn't be doing it. It's like people who say, I don't get Twitter. Well, if you don't get Twitter, you shouldn't have Twitter, is the bottom line.
Hayley, what's your business case then at Kalula.com? It's about putting bums on seats, really.
Well, sure.
And if the internet and mobile can help, all well and good.
Well, I think, I was quite astounded when you asked me to sit on this panel of gurus in this area, because I thought, what am I going to say? But I think this needs to be the voice of reality and reason. We're an online business. We're probably the largest online retailer. But what one has to bear in mind all the time is just because your market is buying online doesn't mean they're ready to be marketed to in the same fashion. So I think it's about being humble, about understanding your markets and choosing a relevant and appropriate medium to communicate with them that's going to work, not to chuck the latest sassy, sexy stuff at them just because it is sassy and sexy.
Michael, are people becoming more amenable to the concept? Has the fear factor gone away from this, or are we still suspicious?
Well, I think, from a media owner perspective, I think we've had to, Prime Media being a traditional media owner for a very long time in radio and outdoor, we've over the years acquired a number of digital assets, and we've had to convince people within the group and outside the group that it's the right thing to do, and we think we've made the right decision. But I think people still, unfortunately, need a lot of convincing. Agencies, media owners, etc. I think they need to be educated. I do think that the people that are so-called gurus tend to speak in a lot of jargon that puts some of the more traditional media types and marketing types off, and I think that's unfortunate because I don't think it's as complicated as people make it out.
What do you need to convince them about?
I think we need to convince them about that it is actually one of the better mediums for reaching your particular audience. It's got that trackability, it's got the measurability that the other traditional media platforms don't have. I think it's probably also, from a cost-effective point of view, it's one of the better mediums to use. So there are many points that I think are in advantage of the online space. I also think that I think people need to start realizing that South Africa is still at the tipping point. We're seeing huge developments around the world, mostly because our infrastructure, in comparison, our infrastructure isn't where it should be. But I think we are getting there, and I think once that moves and the online audience grows to what Arthur's research said it should grow in the next 5 years, I think we're going to have a significant platform that will rival the traditional platform.